Hey everybody, Dr. Rob here, Facebook Live. We're going to talk about sleep. You asked for it. Some articles are coming out on it. We're going to talk about sleep because sleep truly matters. I believe sleep may be the missing link to people's health, and I believe it's the missing link to a lot of doctors' armamentarium in reference to functional medicine. You know, I live in the Northeast and everybody's moving a mile a minute, if you will. And so many people come in and their rings under their eyes. They're really tired. They have a lot of symptomology. And one of the first questions I ask people is, how much did you sleep last night? What quality sleep did you get? What supplements are you taking to aid in sleep? What are you doing before you go to sleep? Are you looking at your phone? What kind of mattress do you rest on? Have you changed your mattress? What did you eat? Did you eat right before you go to sleep? All these questions and answers are going to be answered in the next few minutes. So number one, interestingly enough, when it comes to sleep, sleep has a terrible effect. It increases inflammation in most people. One of the biggest things that I tell everybody when they come in is my goal is to manage and modulate inflammation. If I can manage and modulate inflammation, I'm able to help everybody come in, get a great health outcome. Inflammation is needed, but too much or too long of inflammation is what's really deleterious to everybody's overall health. So mediators of inflammation are associated with disrupted sleep and chronic illness. So these are blood labs. So these are articles that I've read that we've put together to indicate specific inflammatory biomarkers or serum markers that are elevated when people don't sleep. Number one, interleukin 6. All these cytokines, all these interleukins, 13 out of the 17 different types of interleukins under cytokines are inflammatory. Interleukin 6 is inflammatory. As a matter of fact, when interleukin 6 is increased, interleukin 6 will allow me to understand that you're probably very, very susceptible to a disc injury. So there's a direct tie-in between your sleep, taking a blood lab, and some musculoskeletal faults down the road. C-reactive protein. C-reactive protein is a very basic marker. Most medical doctors take that for overall tissue inflammation. Not enough sleep, your tissues are inflamed. Tumor necrosis factor, another form of inflammation and different kind of cytokines. Here we have endothelial, or what I like to call ET-1. ET-1 really speaks to the idea of vasoconstriction and inflammation at the endothelial level. And finally, one more, soluble intracellular adhesion molecule. Wow, that's more of this adhesions, and if you're getting adhesions. These are 5 major markers that you can get tested by any of your primary care physicians and or functional medicine practitioners. We look for that. So when I look for that and I find out people aren't sleeping, sometimes it's not always what food you put in, though that's important. Sometimes it's not always what supplement that you're taking or not taking. That's important. It could be as simple, or are you getting a good night's sleep? Because sleep matters. A lot of literature indicates that if you don't sleep, you have a higher incidence of diabetes. If you don't sleep, we have higher incidence of obesity. As a chiropractor, if people don't sleep, once again, I see more musculoskeletal faults. So it is the one intangible. If we do not change, no matter what the doctor does or what you do, nothing's going to be optimized. Sleep enables you to optimize your health outcome. These biomarkers are telling you that you're inflamed if you don't sleep. So people ask me, what nutrition do I take? What would you recommend as a great sleep formula? Well, after 19 years of being in a chiropractic, functional medicine, nutrition business, here are what I find to be the best nutrients in a formulation to help you sleep. So here are those nutrients. Number one is phenibut. 4-amino-3-phenylbutyric acid, HCl. Very different. A lot of people ask about GABA. What's great about this particular nutrient is that it makes GABA, GABA doesn't pass the blood-brain barrier really well. So when you use this particular nutrient, there's fast GABA receptor A and slow GABA receptor B receptor sites. This works with both of them, which truly enables the ingestion and absorption of GABA to go through into someone's central nervous system, which is a critical element. It is able to do that because it gives what we call a free phenylytic ring. excellent choice. So I don't take just straight GABA. I take something that enables GABA to work better. Here we also have vitamin B6, which is B5B. The B5B is great because in that form it helps with 140 enzymatic reactions. So getting your B vitamins are a critical element. We also have taurine. Taurine is truly one of the most researched nutrients. What's interesting about taurine is when you look at the grander scheme of things that's going on in sleep, taurine is a critical element because it blunts the damage that glutamate causes in the brain. Glutamate, when released inside the cell to outside the cell, causes calcium to go in. Calcium, when it goes inside the cell in an abundance, leads to plaquing. It also allows for potassium to go out. So taurine blunts the effect of calcium going in the cell and really blunts the adverse effect of glutamate and its exotoxicity. So taurine is a great choice. It's also our GABA agonist. So taurine is one of the ones that we don't talk enough about, but it's a critical element adding to anybody's sleep formula. Melatonin, my God, I probably could be here for an hour talking about melatonin. So melatonin, let's get to it. Melatonin, 0.5 milligrams to 5 milligrams. You should take it, children and adults, 1 to 3 hours before sleep. It is shown to increase the quality of sleep, the amount of sleep. It also works when light is becoming an issue in a part of your brain and you can't go to sleep because you have a sensation of waking. Real interesting about melatonin is there is a direct correlation to the release of LPS, lipopolysaccharide, from your gut and its adverse effect on sleep. Melatonin blunts the LPS effect, so you're able to get good quality sleep. So melatonin for me has a systemic effect also. So it's about 5 milligrams that I like most with melatonin. We also have 5-HTP. 5-HTP has really been shown to help with sleep. 5-HTP, what I really like about it, also has a positive effect on serotonin. We look down over here, if you can see it, Passionflower. Passionflower also is a great serotonin receptor aid. Also with Passionflower, interestingly enough, it was studied against an anxiety medication to help with sleep. It was as effective as a specific anxiety medication, but in addition to that, there were no side effects. So Passionflower, working with 5-HTP, really helping with serotonin, allowing you to sleep. And finally, magnesium. Why not? Magnesium. Most Americans are magnesium deficient. Magnesium aids in a calming effect. So a big recommendation to this great formula would be magnesium. Now, I forgot to tell everybody, Steffi gave me a little signal. Please do me a favor. Give me a shout out right now. I'll say hi, no doubt about it. If you have a question, write it down. We already have some questions to some people coming in. Share this, comment, like this. Let's get the thread going. Let's get the conversation going. Okay, do we have anybody as I switch?
No, not yet.
We're quiet today. All right, I love it. I love it. Everybody's just watching on sleep. How about some tips for getting a good night's sleep? Some critical tips. Let's take these and break these down really nice and slow. Number one, maintain regular sleep schedule. You know, everybody knows I travel all over the place and I travel in different time zones and stuff. So it's very hard for me as a type A personality to get a good sleep schedule. So here's what I recommend for everybody. Yeah, unfortunately, got to go to sleep when you're used to, and that's East Coast time. So sometimes people will see me sleeping at weird times or getting up really early when I'm on the West Coast. You got to get into a sleep schedule. You got to get your rest. Establish regular, relaxing bedtime routine. A lot of people recommend turn the TV off 15 minutes before. Put your phone down. Get rid of the blue lights. Get rid of your phone. Don't look at your phone. Don't read your phone before you go to sleep. Do something relaxing. There's a few patients now that are telling me that they're doing a lot of meditation before they go to sleep. Really great idea. Give yourself 15 to 30 minutes to fall asleep. So if you know you want to be asleep by 12 o'clock, make sure you hit the bed between 11:30 and 11:45. Make sure your lights are off, the blue lights like we talked about, and your noise. Now, I grew up in New York City, so I don't know if I was able to dim all the noise that I wanted. I was pretty used to that. Real funny story about that. I was at a functional medicine gathering, and there was this fire alarm between 1 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was West Coast time. So in the building that I was in, there was about 40 rooms. 38 out of the 40 rooms got up and walked out and heard the fire alarm. There was 2 of us. One had plugs in his ear and me. So when you get used to noise, you probably won't be stirred by it. But it took about 30 years of living in New York City for me to avoid that noise to wake me up. In addition, sleep on a comfortable mattress and pillows. Let's talk about a mattress. So many different people come in as a chiropractor and ask what mattress I recommend or what in the mattress. Well, number one, mattress is critical because sleep is 1/3 of your life. We spend 1/3 of our life sleeping. We're spending 1/3 of our life on a mattress. So we should always be changing our mattress every 5 to 8 years. But what's on a mattress is a critical element. I wrote a few things down that were critical to me. Number one, the mattress should clearly be biomechanical and spinal alignment appropriate. So it should be crafted by a biomechanical expert, i.e. a chiropractor. So that's number one. Chiropractor should be on any board to really ascertain how you want to sleep. You don't want the head too high. You don't want your legs going too high. You want to be in what we call good spinal alignment. In addition, you want to have open cell memory foam because it gives you a cooling effect. Number one, that cooling effect, you can lie a little cooler. By lying a little cooler, you hit a really good REM sleep. And also with a memory foam, they call it a memory foam because it remembers where you were and allows you to get into the position. In addition, you don't want it too hard or too soft because if there's too much pressure, it can press into tender and trigger points, and those tender and trigger points can wake you up in the middle of the night. And if it's too soft, you'll fall in, and of course, it doesn't give you the support. In addition, there are specific ingredients that I really look for. One in particular that I love is something called the Cellulant. It's a biofunctional mineral textile. It contains infrared particles. These infrared particles come back towards you and they increase local blood flow. So local blood flow is a great thing while you're sleeping. You're getting local blood flow, you're getting nutrients, and you're healing at night. Because remember, sleep is restoration and recovery. By getting your blood flow, you're also getting a support of oxygen, and it's truly going to help with daily recovery activity. And for me, no flame retardants. No flame retardants, so you're getting no ozone depleters, no PBDEs, and the such, and doctor recommended. So these are critical elements for a specific mattress. Now I know already Stephanie's saying which mattress and everything like that. I got that. So the mattress that I recommend is called BioPosture, bioposture.com. A couple of people are going to ask me about the formula. I know we're going to get to that also. The pillow's critical. 1 pillow. Not 2, so you're sleeping like this. 1 pillow to keep you in proper cervical alignment. In addition, please stop eating 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep. We all know that I've talked about the intermittent fasting, so I like everybody not to eat 3 hours before they go to sleep, going to bed on an empty stomach, sugar, all these energy, bad foods, gluten, going to keep you up at night. Exercise regularly. You know, everybody can find 20 to 30 minutes a day to do some form of exercise. Even when I'm traveling, I try and find some form of exercise, either early in the morning, literally if there's some place in the airport that I can go and do something, and when I get to the hotel late at night. Please, before you go to sleep, avoid caffeine, nicotine, alcohol before you go to sleep. A lot of people like to drink wine just before they go to sleep. That helps them go to bed. Literature really said that doesn't really work unless you drink enough to get yourself inebriated and drunk. Avoid all the stimulants. Even chocolate late at night isn't going to work. Your coffee's better in the morning. Your teas, which are more decaffeinated. Great coffee. Just talked to my man. Real shout out, Barry House. What's up, Craig? That one is all about you. Steph, do we have any questions, any shout outs, anything going on?
So we have a few shout outs here. So Mamie says hi and that she loves her BioPosture mattress.
Mamie loves the BioPosture mattress. She's supposed to say some other things about that, but since it's live, I'll be quiet.
And then we have a shout out from Deborah Lynn Reiners. She says that she loves the haircut.
Ah, Deb, you like the haircut. You see that? Between the mattress and the haircut, and I'm all pumped up. I'm happy you're watching now.
Okay. And then some questions.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you use labs to check for sleep disorders?
It's a great question. How often do I use labs to check for sleep disorders? Well, I use labs on almost all my patients. I think it's a great baseline. Anytime you go to the doctor or functional medicine doctor, labs are a critical element. However, how much or how many times do I attribute some of the labs that are over here? Interleukin C reactive protein, TNF, endothelium, and the like, and I attribute to sleep. Most of my patients, most people's patients, are not sleeping enough, not getting good quality sleep. So I'm using labs all the time as an addition to the history that the patient gives me. Labs are important.
Okay. Can lack of quality sleep lead to leaky gut?
Can lack of quality sleep lead to leaky gut? Absolutely. And the reason it can lead to leaky gut very simply is if you're not able to recover, you're going to have faults in your musculoskeletal system and your intestinal tract gut, 80% of your immune cells. It's where your macro and micronutrients are absorbed, critical element to overall health. Everybody knows I'm all about the gut-to-brain axis. If you don't sleep and your gut is damaged during the day from just eating gluten and getting open for 30 minutes and you don't get proper sleep, yes, you can lead yourself down a path of getting a bigger possibility of leaky gut. Think about the last time you didn't get a good night's sleep. Did you wake up bloated? Did you wake up feeling gassy, if you will? Well, it's because you didn't sleep and your body didn't recover.
How often should I change my mattress?
How often should you change your mattress? Dr. Rob recommends every 5 to 8 years you should change your mattress. You need to be on a non-flame retardant mattress. Think of this. The one I recommended has no flame retardants. Do you understand that almost everybody sleeps on flame retardant mattresses? Is that insane? They're sleeping on a flame retardant. We're sleeping on all these toxins, and then people say, well, do you think I need to detox? What did you just sleep on and spend 1/3 of your day on? So the question is, for every 5 to 8 years, I believe you should change your mattress. And I had a patient just walk in and say, for 24 years, I finally decided to give it a go. Enough said.
Okay, we have a question.
Sure.
From Deborah Lynn. Do you recommend supplements for sleep support?
I do recommend supplements from sleep support. I'm having a little trouble over here. There we go. Here are the key supplements that I recommend for sleep support. And I think that was a question that Steffi also had. And if you want this formula, this phenotropic ultra PM, give me a call. Or we can, Steph, can you give them a link? And they can buy that formula. We'll add a link, and you can buy that from me. And this is the formula that I use. This is my go-to sleep formula.
Mm-hmm. And the last one was kind of the same. Naming says Siri wants to know about taurine, where to get it, etc.
Taurine is in the formula, and taurine was a great takeaway. Really, it's so funny that taurine's not talked about. We always talk about melatonin, and we should. We talk about GABA. We got that special ingredient, but the taurine is great because at the elite level, or the higher formulation level, very few people use taurine. However, taurine for me is a critical element. Taurine is also my concussion protocol because all that it does to prevent brain damage and the deleterious effects of calcium going in, exotoxicity, and potassium going out. It's critical. What else we got?
That's everything.
So guys, please, sleep is important. I'm doing a webinar tonight at 8 o'clock for Functional Medicine University. This is just a little snippet of what we're going to do. We're teaching all the docs and sharing all these great takeaways, so you're getting a little piece of it early in the day. Feel free. We're going to add the link. We'll add 2 links. We'll add the mattress link. I know you got one more question. We're not going anywhere. Feel free to comment. We'll answer any of your questions. Please like and share this. Also, before I answer the question, we're not leaving. Great YouTube channel, Dr. Robert Silverman. Check my Instagram, Dr. Robert Silverman. What you got?
So she wants to know about type 2 diabetes and lack of sleep from Antonella Rico.
Hey, Antonella, how are you? Type 2 diabetes, there is a direct correlation between lack of sleep and type 2 diabetes. And the reason that first of all, there's more than one article, and that they've come out in the last 6 months. The real reason is your body's not recovering and responding. And type 2 diabetes is a cell membrane responser. It's also autoimmunity. So you're not healing from your day's usage if you don't get enough sleep. It's amazing when I came across sleep, which I'm going to be lecturing on a lot in 2019. Florida Chiropractic Association, Jen, big shout out, doing a great job bringing me in to do panels on sleep. So that's going to be of some great interest to the chiropractic brethren. But in any case, the real question is, do you go for the sleep nutrition first, or do you go for the organ nutrition first? That's going to be another Facebook Live without question. Do you have any more questions? Guys, it's been great. I love doing this. Let me know what you want. Dr. Rob, always yours in health.